Drugi dan konferencije počinjemo sa prezentacijom NGEN kompanije, koja je za samo 5 godina uspjela da se svojim Next Generation rješenjima u sektoru električne energije pozicionira na mnogim tržištima širom Evrope, a razvija i nova tržišta širom sveta. The second day of the conference starts with the presentation of NGEN Company. This Slovenian company succeeded in positioning itself with its next generation solutions in the electricity sector across European markets. In addition, it is opening new markets globally.
So yes, hello, thank you very much for joining our presentation. My name is Marco Scholz. I'm from NGEN in Germany. Unfortunately, my colleague Andreas Luba is sick, so I brought my colleague from Germany, Patrick Simon, instead. Today we will give you a short insight about the next generation grid powered by NGEN. We will start with our vision, then we go to the current grid versus the future grid, about blackout prevention, and then we head over to the NGEN approach, multi-market connectivity, and some key projects of our portfolio, and some insights of the NGEN group. So let me introduce you to the core, what drives us at NGEN. Our vision, it represents our commitment to build the next generation of Europe's electricity system. We work on a future that is fully digital and decentralized. A system where energy, production and storage are not locked into centralized grids. Instead, energy becomes smarter, cleaner and more resilient. Every house, every business becomes an active part of the ecosystem. This decentralized environment increases efficiency and reliability. Furthermore, it empowers cities and businesses to take control of their energy. And most important, it cuts CO2 emissions drastically. So let's take a closer look at this transformation. On the left side, we see a centralized grid, what most of Europe is still operating now. Energy flows in one direction from large power plants to the consumers. But there are several challenges. So, for example, grid congestion is becoming more frequent. Renewable energy integration remains very limited, and most important, the grid balancing still happens on a 15-minute basis. And this is way too slow for real-time demand. On the right side, this is our vision for the grid of tomorrow. Here we unlock the full potential of what we call the IoE, the Internet of Energy. In this system, energy is produced, stored, and consumed locally. Energy storage is decentralized, and we enable real-time grid balancing. And at NGEN, we are building the technology to make this shift scalable. So why is this so important? Let me take you to April 25th, when a major disconnection of solar in Spain caused the grid collapse across Spain and Portugal. Around 50% of Spain's power generation went offline and caused a blackout in major cities. Border interconnectors with France and Morocco restore power over hours. And this is where NGEN comes in. So our best systems, combined with our intelligent software ESGP, the Energy Smart Grid platform, provides instant frequency response, preventing cascading blackouts. We don't wait for a problem. NGEN ESGP automates trades to detect and resolve imbalances before they become critical. So through decentralized best systems and interconnectors, the NGEN ESGP ensures energy can flow where it's needed. So let's have a deeper look at the technology that powers this all, the ESGP and SG Connect. So Smart Grid Connect is our digital platform and provides asset owners and operators full visibility and control. With this, we can monitor and manage all connected assets in 2 seconds intervals. That means we have a real-time visibility into the entire grid. Wherever thresholds are reached, the SG Connect and ESGP can react immediately, so no human intervention is needed. Our SG Connect systems provides backup power in the event of a failure in under 20 milliseconds. This is fast enough to keep the critical infrastructure online without interruption. And most important, cybersecurity. The resilience doesn't stop with the hardware. SG Connect is hosted within the EU and with cybersecurity system that keeps operation secure. So how we connect all these assets, and this is called NGEN Synaptic. This is a real-time AI controller, a module installed directly at the energy asset. It's what allows our ecosystems to act intelligent. So let me break this down for you. We have real-time AI control to manage inverters, batteries, and loads in real time. We have adaptive respatch, so we route the power where it's needed the most. We have a full market and TSO integration, so Synaptic connects all assets to ESGP, and so with the TSO and all relevant markets. This ensures seamless coordination and also monetarization. And it's a plug-and-play deployment. NGEN Synaptic is compact, fast to install, and works out of the box. So to wrap up a full picture of how the discussed comes together in one system, here you can see the NGEN Energy Intelligence architecture. This is a multi-layer platform that seamlessly integrates hardware, software, AI, and user interfaces. The core is ESGP and the Synaptic controller to connect all assets. It receives activation from the ESGP and translates them into control signals for local assets. On the customer side, we have the SG Connect app, which connects everything to the customer directly. So that's all from my side, and I want now to hand over to my colleague Patrick, who tells you something about the NGEN approach. Thank you.
Hi, hello, good morning from my side. So the NGEN approach, I will introduce you. So it's an intelligent, integrated, and scalable model for battery storage systems. We believe that the energy transition is not an isolated approach. It is a holistic system which we want to grant. So data-driven, connected, and capable of involving with complex energy matters. NGEN, we call us one partner for everything. We are covering the full life cycle of small, medium, and large battery systems. We start from the engineering and also go the full process until the trading. So there you can see the three pillars of us. So the first one, it's EPC. So it's not just designing the assets. We do everything from scratch. So we do the site development, we help with the permitting, we do the sourcing, the construction, and try to optimize the needs of our customers. That's our goal. The second pillar, operation and maintenance. So our teams ensure that the assets are operating the full time. So with our monitoring tools, real-time diagnostics, and also preventing maintenance, our goal is to minimize to zero downtime. And since we got live for 6 years, our software went never down until today, which of course is perfect. The trading part, so the last point of the full life cycle. We have our in-house developed software and also our in-house developed hardware, the Synaptic part, which Marco showed you. So with that both in combination, we can trade on all available markets. And that's it, what I mean at the beginning with an intelligent, integrated, and scalable system. We deliver value and not just the infrastructure. So let's jump into one of our core strengths, the advanced multi-market connectivity. So unlike other operators, which are somehow relying on manual trading or rely on single market focus, our platform enables us to go really into every market. So what means that in practice? That means that we can control and dispatch the batteries into all markets, and that at the same time, so in real time. That means FCR, AFFR, MFFR, also intraday, day ahead, portfolio balancing, and also the demand service for industrial customers. You ask yourself, how is that handleable? So the solution for that is we go through AI. So we analyze the market from today, from the past, and from the future. We're forecasting the grid, we take in weather conditions, and we optimize, of course, the dispatch of our batteries, and that everything together in real time. The result for our customers, and also for our assets, which we own ourselves. A higher revenue, more flexibility, and of course, using the full potential out of our asset. So together with these three, we stabilize the grid as much as we can. At the end, the BES should work as a smart and agile partner for the decentralized energy system. And that's exactly what we enable. But let's jump into one concrete example of us. So at the screen, you see our project in Fürstenfeld in Austria. It's 12 megawatt, 24 megawatt hours battery system. And it's fully integrated, of course, into the local and also national grid. What is specific on that? Because you really see a lot of business cases here. So we integrated solar power, we integrated hydro energy, and also biomass. Of course, we support peak shaving, so we are reducing the cost, the grid cost significant of our customer, because we cut the load spikes. Of course, we are also attached to the FCR, so we also stabilize the grid. This project at the end shows you some business cases we can implement into our solution and build a high-performance storage system. Of course, Fürstenfeld is just one of a lot of our projects. You can see some more here, but we are now spread around Europe, so yeah, there are some more, of course, because we are scaling rapidly around Europe. So I just start with Jesenice in Slovenia with a 12.5 megawatt battery. Then another example you can see in the middle, that's Arnoldstein, again in Austria. It's 10.3 megawatt, and I invite you all to visit Arnoldstein because not just that the batteries are looking amazing, also you see the scenery around, it's in between the mountains, so it's really nice to see. So please get in touch with us. Also, we are working on the extension right now. And then another example project, also from Slovenia again, 35 megawatt, and we're working on the extension as well. So you see, with the modular and scalable solution, we can also scale it up and enhance it to your needs. But let's have a look to our growing infrastructure and pipeline. So with 150 employees, NGEN is not a startup anymore. We are an international group and operating across borders. So you see 9 European countries we are working in with several projects. We are based in Slovenia, so our heart and our developers and the software is based in Slovenia. And then we also have our teams around in Europe in these specific countries. Why we are using this setup? Of course, we can use the excellence, the traders and the developers decentralized in our headquarter, and we can also use our country teams because they know the local regularity and they also must execute the systems at the end. And then with 2 gigawatts of storage capacity, we at NGEN are building the backbone of Europe's energy market. Thank you for your attention.